Warning, this content is not for kids. If you're a kid, f*** off.
Today we are visiting a ruined 16th century castle in Edzell named Edzell Castle. Fancy that. And here it is. No very impressive, is it? It's tiny. It's like Mark Owen. It has some very nice impressive buddleia which the bees and the peacock butterflies seem to really enjoy. Park bench is Edzell Castle first started being built in 1520 by Alec Baldwin, who later lost the castle in an illegal card game to David Lindsay, the 9th Earl of Crawford. The Lindsay family partied hard in this castle till 1651 when that dick Oliver Cromwell decided he was crashing the party. The surrounding villagers said, "Fuck that," and moved the whole village brick by brick to just down the road. They says it was too windy up here, but we know the real story. Alright mate, what are you looking at? Say what? You get to jail for that, man. Or was that legal back then? The castle consists of a tower house which was the principal accommodation for the lord and lady, a west range which was built in 1550 to house the Great Hall, fancy that, the north range which was never completed because they're lazy bastards, but you can still make out the spacious storage vaults and kitchen and giant donuts. And that's one big ass bread bin. How big was that loaf of bread? There's also a walled garden in the shape of a giant octagon, which clearly means they were huge UFC fans back in the day. There's also a summer house in that garden so you could sit and watch those UFC fights. The garden is from park bench. The garden is from the Renaissance period and it has 3 sets of plaques along the walls. The plaques along this side of the garden wall represent the cardinal virtues, which are the opposite of the 7 deadly sins: faith, hope, justice, charity, prudence, fortitude and temperance. The plaques on the second wall represent all the arts from the medieval university, and the plaques on the third wall represent all the planets, the Roman gods and the goddesses. The checkered patterns in the walls comes from David Lindsay's coat of arms, or he just stole it from a Masonic lodge, something like that. Oh, that's the bathhouse. Anybody in? Nah, no luck. Well, what do we have here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dang, that's pretty metal. That's Thor, and he's holding one of those medical staffs. Wonder if he made Adam and Eve. You might be wondering why there's absolutely no graffiti in this castle. Yeah, this one's protected. And this guy's using a baby as a weapon. Look at that. He's beating up a goat with a baby. I don't understand why beating up a goat with a baby represents all the planets, but I'll take it. Food, glorious food. Nice fair-sized kitchen this, is it? Badass chimney. Can Santa fit down this chimney? Well, you can get 3 Santas down this chimney. And here we have the storage room with all the bricks that fell off the roof. Or the walls. Or, no, it was just to keep the windows in place. Well, you're not doing your jobs then, bricks. Is a window still a window when it's not got any glass in it? Is that why it's called a window? Because it lets the wind in? Now let's have a little look up the stairs to see where all the parties took place. Walk past all the drunk people on the stairs. Out my way, you stupid drunken person wearing a knight's armour. Must be a nightmare getting out your armour steaming when you just want to go to bed, man. And that would have been the quicker way up. And here's a wee story about Mary Queen of Scots moaning because a junkie sold her a fake gold ring. What did she expect, man? And here's a beautiful view that you would never have seen if the original walls were still standing. Lovely. Makes me want to knock down a couple more walls. Open it up a bit. Bread oven. This is clearly big enough for Hansel and Gretel and the witch. Now you may recognise this room because it was made super duper famous when the Beatles used to play here all the time back in the day. It's called the Cavern. I played there myself once. This is the second stage area. It's not as big as the main stage area. And this, boys and girls, is something you've never seen before. This is behind the stage area. This is where all the VIPs hang out. Mary Queen of Scots well sniffed a wee tooter up here somewhere. Probably off of that window ledge. Wow, this is some green room. This just happens to be green as well with the moss, but yeah. What a fantastic backstage area. Somebody stole the tables, clearly. And all the woodwork off the walls, man. Honestly, see musicians, they can't leave anything alone. There we go, octagon. Is this fireplace Santa friendly? Yes, 3 Santa friendly. There we go. Told you it was in the shape of an octagon. A perfect example of we ain't paying no roof tax, yo. That's a thing, look it up. What, there? It is a well-documented fact that Jim Bowen from Bullseye once fought Sylvester Stallone on these very steps. It wasn't documented who won that fight though. My money's on Jim. He looks like a dirty fighter. He looks like a bully. This little hole was for kids pea shooting the guards in the ankles. And here is a completely different view of the castle from the outside. A grand entrance. It's not very grand, is it? Looks tiny, man. Check this guy. So, alright, Dave, mate, is business open? Nah, man, no business today. It's my birthday, day off. Oh, come on, Dave, you know I always get on a Sunday. Well, told you, day off. Come on, Dave, come on, please. Day off. Come on, Dave. Oh, I'm sick of you, Dave. I'm sick of you. Well, fuck off then. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll oh, look, there it is. There's the grand entrance. It would probably be better with a tree outside it. The wee bushes on either side. That is a grand tree, I'll tell you that. Holy, look at it, it's taken up the whole path. How are they going to get their horse and carriages down there? And here is that driest bathhouse in the whole entire history of baths houses. Somebody left the door open. Well, that's the end of it, man. Let's just go home. This was Edzell Castle, by the way. Looks good from the aerial view, does it? Looks absolutely lovely. It would have been better back in the day when it actually was populated by the cool people and before that dude Cromwell turned up. Incidentally, here's a wee side note. Footballers in the 1600s made balls by wrapping animal bladders in animal skin. That looks like a Cheeto. They're copying Cheetos. Sport and leisure for the castle's noble inhabitants included games of football. Small leather-bound footballers were used in games of up to 20 participants. The goals are dops. Dops were trees, and to hail a ball meant to score a goal. See you in the comments. Ta-ta.